I think we might make a start to the session. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to CESA's session on industry engagement. Just a disclaimer that this session will be recorded for moderating purposes. I would also like to add, if students have any questions throughout the session, if they can write it in the chat bar, at the end of the session we'll be answering your questions. Just a bit of an introduction for those who don't know me. My name is Dylan Brink and I've been a part of CESA over the last 2 years as both Careers Officer in 2019 and Vice President in 2020. Throughout my time in CESA, I've enjoyed being a part of all industry events and organising sponsorship. There's been a great opportunity to enhance other students' university experiences and have provided me with a great insight into talent acquisition. I would highly recommend nominating for CESA Executive in 2021, which Bella will talk later about in the session. Sadly, due to such a quick turnaround for this session, reps from both GHD and Bornhorst Ward are not able to join us today, as we were hoping. I will still give a brief overview of the companies and some of the opportunities that they have. In late 2019, both Sam, our careers officer, and myself came up with some goals for 2020's industry events and engagement. The goals we had were to provide a vital link between students and the industry, host events that provide a platform for students to engage with practicing engineers and to learn about the different pathways available. We also aimed to organise engaging events that would benefit students' careers after graduation, and also create opportunities to network with talent acquisition teams and to learn about the recruitment process. It should also be acknowledged that there's going to be some challenges going forward into the future for students in terms of job opportunities and also adapting to online events during these tough times. This is something we are all going to have to face and will be a massive challenge. But I am 100% confident in CESA's capability of adapting to events and creating new events to meet 2021 industry engagement goals. CESA would love to hear any new ideas or events that students are wanting to see in 2021, as we are a society for students run by students. We hope in 2021 we'll be able to host in-person events again. I will now go through in detail the industry events that CESA holds for our students. So I had a network lunch. This event was created based on feedback from students attending the civil engineering networking evening, as they found it hard to know what to talk to industry about. Run with the EIIT student employability team, this seminar-like session gives tips and tricks on engaging with industry representatives. Joe McDonald, who ran the session this year, has a wealth of knowledge in talent acquisition, and CESA is grateful for her expertise on this topic. This gave students the confidence to go to the civil engineering networking evening and engage with companies effectively. Additionally, within the session, we embedded tips on LinkedIn and its purpose as a part of modern networking. I would highly recommend coming to this event for those students who are coming to their first civil engineering networking evening. Our civil engineering networking evening. In 2020, it was the third time that we held this event with CESA. There was about 160 students and 13 companies attending on the night. The night was a great opportunity for students to engage with not only industry, but other students from both universities. This is something that is very unique to this event, as attendees could be colleagues in the future. It was also great to see some of the reps having former university friends working for neighbouring companies. In 2021, we are hoping to build on this event and to ensure that students have the platform to ask engineers about their companies and what makes their company the one to look out for when job opportunities open up. This is an event in the future where volunteers will be very useful and will ensure that the night runs really smooth. Our sponsorship barbecues and lunches. Sadly, in 2020, we were not able to host the sponsorship barbecues and catered lunches due to COVID concerns. Although in 2019 we held BBQs with both GHD and Bornhorst and Ward, which were great events to learn about what each company had to offer both undergraduates and graduates. Students enjoyed being able to talk to reps, members of staff such as directors, experienced engineers, and recent graduates to hear about their experiences at each company. This is a great way to learn about a company's core values and how they resonate with individual students. This is an event that we are looking forward to hosting again in 2021. CESA holds an annual industry panel where company representatives are invited to give presentations about their company. Students then have the opportunity to ask questions of representatives. At the end of the panel, there is an opportunity for students to network with representatives and to learn about job opportunities available. Due to COVID this year, we have decided to create an industry Q&A video based on questions students had. This video can be viewed on CESA's YouTube channel. It goes through how companies are dealing with the global pandemic and their recruitment process. Additionally, there are some insights into graduates and their experiences and challenges transitioning from university into the workplace, as this is something we have received feedback about in the past. Our mock interviews were created to give students the opportunity to practice their interviewing skills. Talent acquisition team members run 10-minute interviews and provide instant feedback on things students can improve on. This enables students to learn from a hands-on experience rather than just listening to a presentation. Due to COVID this year, we are adapting this to an online setting, but we still believe that this is going to be relevant as most interviews this year will be done online. An idea that has been developed this year is the introduction of site tours and office tours. This will give students the opportunity to see what actually goes on a project's construction site. And the office tours will give an opportunity for students to look at companies' office spaces. This will give a great insight into what actually goes on in a typical day of work, and we are looking forward to hosting such unique events in 2021. I might throw it over to Bella, our president for 2020, and ask her what her favorite industry event from this year was.
Hey Dil, so yeah, my favorite event was definitely the How to Network one at the start of the year. Not only did it teach me about obviously how to network in the title, but also gave me a lot of insight as to what to expect for interviews and even how to give a decent handshake, which unfortunately we can't do from COVID anymore, but that was still really good to know that a handshake and first impressions mean a lot and how I can adapt to that in an interview setting. So yeah.
Perfect, thanks for that, Bella. We'll now go through our 2020 sponsors. So GHD has been a long-term sponsor of CESA and has been crucial to the success of CESA in recent years. GHD is a leading civil engineering firm operating across Australia, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, and the Pacific region. Their civil engineering services include water, environmental, properties and buildings, transport, and energy and resources. GHD employs more than 10,000 people in more than 200 offices. GHD is a network of professionals dedicated to delivering projects with a high standard of safety, quality, and ethics, as well as imaginative thinking and exceptional client service. GHD is one of the largest employers of engineering graduates in Queensland, and GHD attends all our industry events and attends both EUS careers fairs. And I would highly recommend talking to them at the next industry event. So Bornhorst and Ward have been a sponsor of CESA for a number of years and have been helpful in collaborating when creating new ideas and ideas around student engagement. An outstanding event that Bornhorst and Ward holds is their annual site tour, where students from both from CESA and QUT are taken on a site tour of projects Bornhorst and Ward have worked on. This gives a great insight into projects that graduates and undergraduates can work on. Bornhorst and Ward have developed an outstanding reputation in the industry for their work. They specialise in both civil and structural engineering and have made their mark on some of Queensland's largest infrastructure projects. Recent projects include Queen's Wharf Brisbane, North Shore Hamilton, Gold Coast University Private Hospital, and Chester Street Apartments. They have currently moved into a brand new office on Mary Street in the city, which will hopefully be seen by students at their annual site tour. The company has yearly graduate intakes and offers a summer vacation program for undergraduate students. So EUS Jobs Page has been created to assist students in finding relevant jobs. I believe that this is going to be a very useful tool for students looking for job opportunities, and you can find more about this site at uqeus.org.au. I will now pass it on to Bella to talk about the EUS elections and executive roles for 2021.
Thanks, Dill. I was just wondering, could I share my screen real quick?
Yep.
Get that. So for those who are interested in signing up, you just type in EUS. Hopefully my page will load soon. Oh, come on. It's just working. Yeah, cool. So to be eligible to nominate yourself, you have to already be a member this year. So if you've not already done that, you just go to the sign up bar up here and you just fill in your details, and it's $15 if you want to be part of CESA and EUS. If you want to go for another subclub, maybe like skirts, for example, then you pay for skirts and EUS as well. Then once you've done that, you go down here to election nomination. So first you have to nominate yourself and give a 200-word description of why you think you'd be good for the role, as well as present a photo of yourself. And then everyone votes for you after that, and then election notification should be in about a month's time. Nominations are open at the moment, but they will be closing in 2 weeks from now. So yeah, that's basically a summary of that.
Awesome. So now we're going to go to the chat bar and see if there's any questions. Does anyone have any questions? If you do have any questions though, please message the CESA Facebook page and we'll pass it on to the relevant executive rep, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. So we know it's quite a short session today, but it will be uploaded onto YouTube. So it is there for your reference in the future. So we'd like to thank our industry sponsors for their participation in events this year and providing as much time as possible out of their busy schedules. I'd also like to thank everyone for attending our industry events in 2020, and no doubt in 2021, our industry events will keep on growing. If you have any further questions, please message the Facebook page. Yeah, if there's any more questions, I'm sure that me and Bella can answer them for you, but if not, thanks for attending today.